Welcome to the social space, Jackie Hager.
Thank you. What episode number is this?
4. They let us do 4. You know that this is the show about Wichita Falls, Texas,
Yep.
and the whole wide world.
And the whole wide world.
I am one of the hosts, Eric Crossan. I'm still putting the Eric in America. And one of the other live hosts is our namesake, our leader, the one and only Jackie Hager. Jackie, how you doing?
I'm really good today. I'm excited about our lineup today.
I'm excited. The lineup's been great all week. So we're having themed shows if people haven't noticed yet. The theme of this week's show is education. How has it been affected?
No kidding. I mean, everything has kind of been in turmoil, but it seems to me that our guests today have orchestrated it into a great dance for their situation.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring them on. Hayden, if you want to see our guests' wonderful faces. There they are.
Yay.
Jackie, who are these people?
Well, up at the top, we have Michael Kuhrt, who is the Wichita Falls ISD superintendent. I'm so proud to have him on the show today. And right below him is Vance Morris. Hi, Vance. He is the principal of Burke Burnett High School. And then next in line is our very own co-host, Andrew Bell. Andrew will be sitting up in these chairs with us as soon as our social distancing relaxes a bit.
Soon.
Yeah, very soon, hopefully. And then certainly last but not least is first and foremost a mom. So Ivonne Wineinger, we're so excited to have you on, and we'll explain the importance of moms today in education in a few minutes.
Yeah, let's get into it, Jackie. I'm ready to go. Let's start. We're starting with Michael. Mike, so what I've heard is WFISD was quote unquote prepped and ready, not necessarily for a pandemic, but just for whatever. If you ever had to switch to online learning, it's been fairly seamless. Can you explain what you guys have been doing over the past few years?
So, thanks for asking that question. Our staff's been awesome. And we had 3 goals when we started with this. Seniors graduating on time, high school students getting their credits, and then teachers connecting with their students, their families, through Google Meets, Seesaw, Class Dojo for our youngest students, and or by phone with those that did not have internet access. So back in 2014, we started out with a group of 42 teachers at our district, and we did a digital learning pilot. And we now have hundreds across the district that utilize blended learning techniques on a daily basis. Blended learning meaning digital and paper. And our students are 1-to-1 in 6th grade through 12th grade. Our elementaries have devices in all their classrooms, and our 5th graders each have their own device. And so for this process, our instructional staff plan the lessons up through 8th grade. High school teachers plan their own lessons. And but our main focus was to make sure we were meeting the basic needs of our students, their families, and our teachers and our staff members. So those weekly face-to-face or phone conversations have been so awesome for both our students and our teachers.
Same thing here at our office. Those meetings are priceless.
I know. I mean, I feel like I need to have one Zoom meeting after another. I feel like. But that's really awesome, Mike. You know what? The word on the street, or what I'm hearing, is this incredible sense of unity with your teachers, the bus drivers, and all of the added things that you are giving to these students. Can you elaborate on what that sense of unity really means?
That's awesome. When you're hungry, it's hard to concentrate on learning.
Yeah.
When you're scared or stressed, it's hard to concentrate on learning. Our WFISD first responders, Chartwell's Child Nutrition, Durham bus drivers, WFISD student support counselors, at-risk coordinators, administrators, teachers, they've all stepped up to provide for the basics of life, food and safety. We're serving over 6,500 meals a day at 10 sites, 56 bus drop-off points around the district.
Wow.
Our families rely on these meals. Our student services staff have met online with students across the district that are scared, nervous, stressed, anxious, concerned about their future, and concerned about their parents. And so our first responders have been unbelievable, coming together. And I do like the term unity. That's been awesome.
Yeah.
Mr. Kuhrt, hopefully, tonight we have a bunch of educators, bus drivers, people of the district tuning in and enjoying our show. What's your message to them
So if they were standing in front of me right now, I'd say Team WFISD, you are awesome. You've captured kids' hearts. You've met their needs. You've advanced their academic preparedness. There's not a better group, a more committed group of educators in the world that I'd rather work with than those standing before me right now. I'm in awe of your commitment to students, to the families of Wichita Falls, your commitment to each other, the way you're taking care of each other with self-help opportunities on a daily basis. I asked you at the beginning of the year to be bold, and you were bold. Team WFISD, well done. Finish strong, and we definitely are stronger together.
Wow.
Wow.
Whew. I got goosebumps.
Yeah, that's great.
That was amazing.
Yeah, it's really, one of the things over the past month, 6 weeks that you love hearing is just just how human beings just come together and make it work even through tough times.
Well, we always say the stories that we will tell after this will pass on, and just to see those teachers driving by their students' homes and honking and reaching out to them and teaching online. The storybook reading that's happening through the WFISD just makes me smile when I'm going through my Facebook and I see another local, recognizable person reading these students a good night story. How awesome is that?
That is awesome. We got to get in on that.
Yeah.
We got to start doing some reading ourselves. Mike, thank you so much. Please stick with us, though. We're going to take a commercial break. Jackie, boy, these bumpers going into commercials. We asked you to send them to us at hello@teamhager.com. You can also just give us a link. You can go on the Social Space Facebook page and just send us a link to your Instagram story, your Facebook story, whatever. We're looking for cute kids. We're looking for cute pets. We're looking for nonprofits.
Yes.
And we're looking for not cute kids and not cute pets.
We'll take them all because it is North Texas. If you've got a pet that you want the world to see, or if your child does something that just would crack us all up and let us giggle or cry because it's so tender.
Yeah.
Or gosh, if you've got a nonprofit that we need to shout out about, that's what this show is all about.
And speaking of which, this first one you're going to see is from the Wichita Falls Area Food Bank.
Yes.
They had a fundraiser just this last weekend. When we come back, Vance Morris, Burke Burnett principal, he's going to tell us all about Burke Burnett and what they got going on during all this. We will see you when we come back.
Hey, my Jefferson Jaguars.
Miss Beth's here, just wanting to say hi to my Franklin students.
I sure do miss all of you guys. I miss seeing your smiles in the morning and your hugs and your high fives.
Hang in there and I will be in touch with you again soon.
We grew up here.
Raise our families here.
Grew our business here.
We've been here during hard times
And the fun times.
And as we look to the future,
one thing is for sure. We are still together while apart.
Hey, welcome back to the Social Space. Jackie, this is show number 4.
Yes.
We're just going to keep doing this thing.
I hope so. I hope the public loves it, and we want to know what you think. You could always hop on our Facebook page and tell us what you love about the show. Tell us what you'd love to see on the show, because that's what we're all about.
Yeah, and what you don't like, just keep that to yourself. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Jackie, next we have Vance Morris. He is the principal of Burke Burnett High School. Vance, thanks for joining us. And Jackie, why don't you go ahead and take us on.
You know, I love small towns, and Burke Burnett is an incredible small community. And Vance, I have to tell you, we're excited about having you. You're a born and raised Burke Burnett guy. You know that community inside and out. I also believe that your hometown feels very blessed to have you. You have a deep connection with those parents and with those students. Tell us how Burke Burnett ISD has been handling the last 6 weeks.
Well, first of all, I want to commend Mike Kuhrt and Wichita Falls ISD and what they're doing. Is hearing, I have a lot of friends over there, and I know a lot of positive things going on in Wichita Falls ISD, so I commend them. We've been doing a lot of the same things. First of all, we are blessed to have one-on-one, one-to-one with the Chromebooks with the high school, and that platform for us in Google Classroom has provided for a pretty good springboard on doing our learning, as also paper copies that we have been delivering to students and taking all the safety precautions necessary to get that work and deliver the work and pick it up. So our teachers have been real amazing in delivering that work to them, both virtually and through Google Meets and through videos, and also delivering that work on paper.
Wow.
Mr. Morse, a long time ago, I was a graduate of Old High here in Wichita Falls. And I can remember what a special time that was for me and for my buddies and our friends. Are y'all doing anything special for those seniors this year that may not have the opportunity to walk the stage, or a later graduation or anything like that?
Well, the first thing we wanted to do, Andrew, was communicate with them and give them a voice. So we sent out a survey to get their input on what kind of things they would want for graduation. They realized that we have some limitations on that, depending on what the CDC and what our local government will allow us to do, but giving them a voice on what they want in this graduation and what we're trying to figure out has been real important for us to hear their voice. Also, I do a video for them each week and kind of communicate, put it in their Google Classroom, put it on Facebook and their page. And the last thing we've done, we bought signs. We have 211 seniors this year, and we bought yard signs for each one of them, and our administrative team, from our superintendent all the way down to some of our central admin and my assistant principals, been delivering them to their houses this week as just a token of our appreciation and thanking them for the memories that they've left with us.
That's awesome.
Gosh, that is great. Every one of those seniors deserves a little bit of recognition and love and compassion, not only from the school, but the whole community.
The class of 2020 is just going to live on in infamy. Like, there's never going to be another class of 2020 that went through this, you know?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And I'm really proud of the city of Burke Burnett of wrapping their arms around them and having those posters designed for them. That's great. Wichita Falls is such a great community, but gosh, do we have amazing communities right around Wichita Falls.
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of, despite Megan January living there, I've heard
right.
Burke is a great place.
Hey, Vance, if all of those teachers and those faculty and staff were right in front of you today, what would you say to those teachers, sir?
Kind of like what Mike said, man, you're awesome. This is not an easy task in what they're trying to do and reach out to our students and on a daily basis on receiving some work in and keep the education process going. So I'd say thank you, and we appreciate everything that you're doing for our students.
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah, well, it is great. We might have to clip out both of those guys saying that and then blast it out to all those teachers and bus drivers, let them know they're, of course, I'm sure you guys have said that to them in person. Jackie, we are ready for another commercial break. Okay. Coming up after this commercial break is a very good friend of mine, Ivonne Wineinger. Her along with her husband Keith, they own the Burn Shop here, small business in town. Like so many other people, all of a sudden they find themselves being teachers.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like, I wonder if when the school started last August, if they would have any idea that they would become the teacher before the end of the school year.
Who knew you were going to have to spend so much time with your kids? Yeah. We're going to take a commercial break. Once again, the bumpers you see going out of these breaks, please send us your own Instagram stories with all the what do they call that? What can you put on Instagram? Filters? Send us those. We'd love that. You can show my age. What do the kids call those, Jackie? So send us those right here at Hello at Team Hanger, or go to the Social Space Facebook page and give us those links. When we come back with the Social Space, Ivonne Wineinger. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's happening, watchers of the Social Space? This is Benjamin Remmert. I represent Shepherd Air Force Base Public Affairs, And in this next pre-COVID-19 video, we had a cornhole tournament on base, and we decided to put our own little twist onto it. So check it out.
3, 2, 1, fight! Get to know us, spend some time with us, go online, but really come inside the district and find out what Burkman is all about.
I just think Burke it's home. It's where you want to stay. You want to have your family here. You want to see what's next.
Dang it, it's almost over. Third segment.
Gosh.
Goes so fast.
Well, I love this segment on education because I think we need to be so proud of our leaders and our teachers and those moms out there and dads who are now teachers.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it's not just opening a book and reading from it, you know. You've got to sit your kids down and make them focus, and I don't know. You know what? Why am I talking about it? We have a guest here to tell us about it. Right here, one of my very good friends, her and her husband Keith, Ivonne Wineinger, co-owners of the Bird Shop. Ivonne, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Hello.
Jackie, go ahead and lead us off.
You know what? I'm excited to have a mom on this show today. Ivonne, you're a business owner. That means you're putting in 40 plus hours a week. And somehow now you have the title teacher added to you. How are you incorporating being a business owner and being a mom and being a teacher on top of everything?
All right. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on the show. It's a pleasure for me to be here to share how this situation has affected our family and our routine and the process of just, running a business and having the kids at home and pretty much turning into a teacher. So, well, first of all, I've always worked from home. So I've always had an established routine and, very structured. The kids left and I just kind of did my thing. And suddenly I realized that they're going to be home long term. So here comes plan B. And, you get a structure. It's been definitely a learning experience. And for sure, we've been finding a balance and adjusting because there's a little bit of everything. They have to do schoolwork. We have to do some fun stuff too. We have to just make sure we're getting along. And boredom could be a part of this process too. They're not seeing their friends. I mean, I have to have into consideration their emotional state as well. So it's a combination of a lot of things. And I do have to say that the teachers have been a tremendous support throughout all this process. And their meetings and the assignments and everything, that all combined with what we're doing here at home has just helped us make it through this. But for sure, a learning experience and a challenge. So we have a routine, we have our schedule that we follow. And in between that, we do fun things too. You know, I want the kids to learn how to bake, how to cook, how to garden. So in between all that is not just math and science and history, but other like basic skills.
All right, so Ivonne, we know you're from Colombia. There's a tiny bit of an accent there. We know your family's back there. Just tell us, like, because I don't know, so I don't know what goes on outside of America a lot. And we've asked some other people these questions too. We had our Dominique from the Caribbean, and he was telling us about that. Ivonne, how are things going in Colombia? Is it just as bad as it is here?
Well, I'm gonna start by telling you that I only don't have family in Colombia, but in other parts, like abroad, everywhere, like Europe and Canada, and friends and cousins that are everywhere. So let me start with Colombia. Pretty much same thing. Everybody's in lockdown right now. They have a deadline, I believe, at the end of the month, but everybody is in their homes, just trying to contain the virus. Specifically where my family is, it's a small town and nothing has come there yet. But they're taking the precautions to stop whatever could be coming their way. They're in quarantine, they're taking care of things, and it's pretty much what they're doing here. This situation hit really close to home because 2 weeks ago, a cousin of mine that I haven't seen in 30 years passed away from complications from the virus, and that was just shocking to me, just to hear that a person so close to me could be going through that. So he traveled to Canada and United States and Mexico, and when he came home, he was already experiencing some symptoms. So he passed away 2 weeks ago. So that's crazy to hear that everywhere is everywhere. I have not talked to one person that hasn't said that this has not affected them. Same with my friends in Europe and Canada, same thing. Everybody has been affected by this, and everybody's taking the precautions to stay healthy.
Wow.
Ivonne, you know, sometimes educators are not, they don't get a lot of pub. You know, you have moms and dads that take their kids to school in the morning, they drop them off, and that's it for the day. But I have an educator in my home, which is my wife, and I know the impact that she makes on her students and the stories that she's brought home to me to tell me about. But what would you say to teachers out there that this is their profession and they're guiding our kids and guiding our community forward?
Well, first of all, the job of a teacher is just amazing. And I've been able to realize and appreciate everything they do for my kids and for all the kids out there. They are physical support, emotional support, every support in any way. And I have realized everything they do in a more loving manner of how hard they work to keep our kids educated and safe. So a huge shout out to all the teachers out there for all their hard work and everything they do. And they're still doing. The teachers are not in the classroom, but they're working so hard to make sure that our kids stay connected and stay healthy and stay in that learning curve. So just a huge thank you. That's all I have for all the teachers out there. And to the moms that are with their kids at home, being teachers now, stay strong and do what is right for you.
God, people are going to appreciate teachers so much more than they already did after this. They're like, whoa, I can't believe you had to put up with my kids this whole day. You know?
No kidding. You know, I don't think we can hold our coffee cups enough, not only for parents and even grandparents. I bet there's a lot of grandparents teaching as well. But let's give it up for our leadership in the schools. Let's give it up for the bus drivers and the cafeteria cooks and everybody that's making sure that the process continues on.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, Jackie.
That was good.
I can't believe the show's over already.
And I loved this show because I love education. They're teaching the future generation of our leaders. And so I just give it up for teachers and administration and all of those moms and dads and grandparents out there teaching today. What a great sense of unity, as Mike Kuhrt said at the beginning of the show. Unity is a great word to use today for this.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, it's just been I thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah,
appreciate you giving us your time. I think we learned a lot today.
We did.
Next week's show, Jackie, we're going to do our retail show. It's going to be our retail edition. We're going to talk to business owners around here and just see how they've been, how they're doing.
Gosh, and this is really soft and dear to my heart as well. Brick and mortar retailers.
Yeah.
You know, everybody wants to know your name and you want to feel loved and appreciated. And those owners are ready for their customers to come back, not just curbside delivery. They want you to come in and they want to just visit with you. You know, retail is therapy. Not only do we buy goods and services, it's just an incredible experience. I call it the ultimate customer guest experience. And I'm excited to visit with these retailers and find out how they've been navigating through this and what we as a community can do to support them as we go into the summer months and then into the fall.
It's called retail therapy, Jackie. When I went out and bought these jeans with no holes in them today, I felt so much better afterwards. All right, we are out of time, Jackie. Once again, thank you for joining us. Tune in next week. On behalf of Michael Kuhrt, Vance Morris, Ivonne Wineinger, Jackie Hager, I am Eric Crossland, Andrew Bell, and this has been The Social Space.